Hello, Namaste, Sat Sri Akal, good evening. Welcome to the S.S.Chandhok talk show. I'm your host and moderator, S.S. Chandhok. Again, on a pleasant evening, we have gathered here to speak about a very special topic, that is benefits of technology. We have seen after pandemic, especially the technology which has to come around 7 to 8 years or 10 years afterwards came early. This was the only positivity about the pandemic. That technology has taken up so many things of the school into the hands, that things have become so easy for the schools to and to know about it and to understand about it. Today we have gathered over here with different guests from the different parts of the country. Without taking any time, I'll introduce you to the very first eminent guest present over here. First of all, we have Sapna Singh ma'am. She is the principal of a very prestigious institution in Kathal, Haryana, that is the Aryan International School. Sapna ma'am, first of all, thank you so much for joining us on the show for the very first time.
Same
As
here very
yes,
much.
ma'am. As we don't know much about you, so we like to know about your educational journey. That is from a teacher to a principal.
This journey is very short because the people who are here along with me, they are well experienced people. So as a principal, I'm working since as a founder principal for the school. From last 6 years, I am in this profession with the designation of a principal. Before that, I would have worked as an assistant professor in college, as well as I have worked as I was heading the Department of Commerce. As an HOD, I was there with the IPSC schools as well as with the CBSE schools. So this was my first journey being a founder principal. And this school at present, we are having 800 plus students, and this is one of the leading school of Kathal. This is a CBSE
That
school we're having. If we talk about what made me to come to this profession was just the creativity. I love to be with a number of people. I like to engage myself in different creative work. And that is the only place where you can find a lot of diverse things and a number of people to work with, that is schools, school education. And even my school education was from St. Anselm's. I was a student of a convent school. So what I have studied, I just want to implement those things in this scenario.
that's wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much and welcome to the show, ma'am. Hope you'll have a great session today.
Sure, sure.
Next we have Kanchan Joshi, ma'am. She's again from a very prestigious institution in Vadodara, Gujarat. That is Sinus World School. Welcome, ma'am. It's pleasure to see you after a long time. Maybe after a year, you're coming up to the show. Welcome, ma'am. I don't know about you, but still, the people present and will be looking up to the video will like to know something about you, ma'am.
Sure. First of all, thank you, Mr. Chandok, for having me here once again. It's indeed a pleasure being here at this forum with eminent educationists. My journey started as a teacher long back in 2000. And since then, I have never looked back. I was first a teacher, then a coordinator, and then I was the dean of academics, and finally landed into the position of a principal. I've tasted all positions as far as the education field is concerned, and always felt that the next position is a better position to be in. Actually, I would say that education is a field which actually is uh, the creator, the producer of all professions that exist on earth. And we as educators need to feel proud of whatever we are doing. It's a field where everything is new on a daily basis. We may plan our day in a particular manner, but we execute something else actually on a daily basis. And that's a great, great, great learning experience. So I'm happy to be a part of Cygnus World School, which is definitely a leading school in the city of Vadodara. We have around 1,350 children. Since we are talking about technology today, we are selected as the digital transformation school by CBSE. One school per district has been selected by CBSE, and we are one of those schools. So we'll definitely talk about it during the session. Thank you.
That's wonderful, ma'am. And of course, we do wake up and we don't know what will be happening throughout the day. We plan something, and so many things happens as a principal. And I call principals as genies. and they have to keep a smiling face all the time. What can we do for you? That in Hindi sentence kya hukam hai mere aaka converts into what can we do for you? And because we have proved ourselves during the pandemic 2 years that we can do anything. Now the managements have become more strong that principals can do anything. इतना कर दिया है 2 साल पैंडेमिक में इतना कर दिया है तो अब तो कुछ भी प्रिंसिपल कर सकते हैं इससे कुछ भी करवा सकते हैं प्रिंसिपल से. But that is with all the stakeholders, even the parents also and the students and the government. The expectations have increased from the principals. But we were the only people. I mean, the education did not stop. Everything stopped during the pandemic, but education did not stop. And that is the contribution of many people also, because we did that, but we did it with the help of people like Arshpal Singh Khurana, who had been providing us, platforms of technology. It was technology we were able to hold the education during the pandemic also. Otherwise, without technology, nothing would have happened. And this is why the schools like your school, they are being selected for the same purpose by the CBSE also. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to the next guest, Mr. Rakesh Upadhyay, sir. He is a principal of a very prestigious institution in Jaipur, that is Gyan Bihar School. Welcome, Rakesh, sir. It's a pleasure to have you for the first time on the show. And out of busy schedule today, you have taken out the time to join us, sir. Because Jaipur is my favorite city, and so many people from Jaipur, including Ashok Vaid, sir, and all many people I had been knowing, and tremendously I've been in touch with them. So thank you so much, sir, first of all. And we will also like to know something about your educational journey.
Sure, Mr. Chandok, it's my pleasure and an honor, right, to accept your invitation and to be a part of this show, Mr. S.S. Chandok show. And at the outset, I would like to offer my salutations to your great tenacity and, in fact, the kind of perseverance you possess in your mesmerizing personality, Mr. Chandok, that you have such a hypnotizing personality that you persuade people somehow the other way, isn't it? And actually, out of my own, busy schedule, I could not be a part of this show earlier. But today I feel honored to be a part of it. And I would like to offer my zestful and technological evening to all the eminent guests present in this show, since we shall be talking about the flavor of technology, right, in the age of 21st century. So we cannot think of a life without technology. And education has from time immemorial a part of the complementary requirements of life ahead. So obviously we shall be talking of it. I have a very short span of career, right, which comprises a journey of 25 years. I have been associated with different prestigious institutions affiliated to CBSE across the country. I have also spent a very short span of time working with engineering colleges of RTU Rajasthan Technical University too. And that's all. In the form of principal, in the position of principal, I have spent 14 years. I am lucky that God has found me capable to offer my services to the noble cause of education, grooming children and helping me out, harnessing my own potential, grooming and carving out the niche personality of the future of India children as well. So obviously we shall be talking about children today. I am associated right now with Gyan Vihar School, which is one of the esteemed institution of Jaipur. Gyan Vihar, apart from school, it has its university also, and 2 more schools too. They are also of prestigious level across the city of Jaipur. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, what is your subject, sir?
My subject is English.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful,
Right.
sir. Wonderful, sir. Most of the principals, especially in the females, we have found that PGT English, they are mostly the principal. And one thing is common with me and Sapna ma'am is we both are from commerce background, and we are also principals in the school.
Thank you, sir. But
Thank you,
still,
sir.
right, I am very much influenced the kind of humanity and harmony that you bear with people.
Thank you so much, sir.
Your patience and your affinity that deserves my salutation to you, sir.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
very much.
Thank you so much for your kind words, sir, and welcome once again. Next, we have the expert of today, Mr. Harshpal Singh Khurana. He is the founder and CEO of Tap School. That is a premium startup that provides all type of solutions to educational institutions and organizations. Tap School solutions are currently implemented in thousands of schools across the country. He loves to interact with educators and other stakeholders of education community who understand their problem and solve the pain point using technology. Their motto is to understand education first. With his experience, he has actively involved in building products that are easily adopted by educators, students, and parents. Apart from that, he provides consultancy to schools in successfully implementing technology that yields results. Harshpal sir loves traveling, playing video games, and an avid reader. Talking about Harshpal sir, because we have seen that the youngsters who are of the 21st century, they do not want to come into education in any other way. But sometime back when I met Harshpal sir in one of the show where we were maybe as a co-speakers, I found that he is so energetic. He has come into the field of education, and then only we had started up with the these type of things which are based on technology in the schools. So I requested him for few of the episodes to come to us and guide us because so many people are coming to us as a principal. Today only 10 to 15 people visited. They sent their visiting card inside my office. But as a principal, we have so many things. Exams are going on. So many things are going on. We are not able to understand what is right and what is wrong. So Harshpal sir has always guided us that what is right and what is wrong, what would be the best for the purpose of education, how technology can help us. Thank you, Harshpal sir, once again for coming up to the show. You have a so busy schedule, but still on our request, you do come. And my question will be with you is that how did it came into your mind to start this? Because you people have started this just this has become popular more of after pandemic, but
Yeah.
all this you had started before many years before the pandemic. So how
Yeah.
did it came to your mind to start up this this venture?
So basically, sir, we started off in 2018 after, since I have a background of technology and about 14, 15 years of experience in building products for many companies. So we decided, I personally, when, came to know through my research with the company that I was working with, that and traveling through the some interiors of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, and some other states. I came to know that okay, there are certain problems that exist in the smaller cities, but at the same time, when we did the research on urban areas, there is a different set of problems. The problems comprises of in the two aspect. One was the administration part where the ERPs, or you can say school management softwares, were very common. It had already begun in back in 2016 or 2017. The whole thing had started. But what was most lacking was the classroom teaching. So there was not many tools that back there in 2017 that schools were adopting to enhance or to engage students, in learning. There are many ways to do that through technology. You can engage students using technology, and I, to my surprise, was that why we are not doing when there is a what you call system that has already came into existence way back in 2000 or even 2006, which was popularly adopted throughout United States as well as in Europe back in 2004 to be precise. So and we as an Indian audience have not even touched by that point of time. It is only the pandemic, after pandemic, because we also saw a certain rise of in demand in transforming into digital or transforming into more activity based learning. After that we have seen the surge, but before that there were only few number of schools who were basically adopting this. So we had designed a software which, along with the curriculum, develops the critical thinking problem solving skills, language skills in a student, which is very necessary if you are going to be working in a service based industry or in any other job, a futuristic job. Why I would say futuristic job is because the traditional jobs are dying. The artificial intelligence has taken over certain jobs, but now where the humans come into existence is for the jobs of the future, and we don't know what are the jobs of the future. So we have to make sure that the child should have critical thinking, should have problem solving skills, should have language skills, should have social skills. These are the skills that are very important, but due to our constraints at home, we cannot say that every household is a ideal one, you can say that. So through that, we can give, through education we can impart these skills into students. So this is the reason, I think this is also one of the reasons that NAP 2020 also covers that you need to develop certain skills in the child. So that's what we do, and apart from that, we provide the all-in-one solutions where ERP and hardware and other things are also covered into this. So that's what we do.
That's wonderful, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for the introduction and letting us know. Other things also like to understand from you in the later part of the session. Thank you so much. We'll come up to the first round of the questions. I'll come up to Sapna ma'am first. Sapna ma'am, we had been seeing that we had to use the technology if we needed it or not, but during the pandemic time, is what necessity actually. So
Yeah.
according to you, now, as of now, after pandemic, is there any need of adopting technology with classrooms or not?
Yes, definitely. These days, if we talk about, we are in 21st century and everything is based on learning and literacy skills. If we talk about the need and the requirement, like we used to work a lot, a hard work we were doing. To make our work smart, it's required. Technology is highly required because what is the use of it? If we are showcasing any picture, imagination, cost is very effective. With the help of a technology, previously the teachers, they were involved in making models, they were working for it. Even it was very difficult to showcase the things which are, far apart, field trips and all. So by help of this technology, we are able to provide them unlimited access to the resources. N number of resources we have. Even if we feel that yes, this can move on to an extent, then N number of online videos are there we can explore. N number of material is there. Like we talk about 3D models for the science and all. Videos are there, animations are there, which are free of cost, which help the students to learn whatever we are giving them in a theoretical way. They can visualize it. So basically, it's type of a virtual learning we are providing to them. No doubt, books are all, nobody can substitute them. They are the requirements, the roots. But here we can say that technology is helping out the teachers as well as the students to increase the outcome. Like if we want to give 100, every teacher tries to give 100% to a student. But with the help of a technology, at least the outcome is 60 to 70%. By regular, like in revision times, we are sharing things with the students so they can revise it thoroughly. The soft skills, the technical skills can be improved because in the coming days, these things are required. The students, they are going to reflect their ideas with the help of the presentations, with the help of videos. They know how to make, simple e-cards and all. So these things are helping out the students to minimize the cost. Paper cutting is means minimum use of papers are there and they are using it. No doubtly, it is a boon to them, and definitely, if we are going to implement it with the help of a technology, we are adding it. So students learn more easily. They get n number of platforms. Various opportunities are there, and again at a very low cost. So this is quite
Right.
beneficial for the schools as well as for the teachers and the students.
So in precise, we can say that technology converts hard work into smart work.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Kanchan ma'am now. Kanchan ma'am, we will also like to know your views on the same thing, that is there need of adopting technology with classrooms?
Well, I would say that yes, without technology, I don't think so we can even imagine about our present and future classrooms. Why I say so, I would support this by saying that today, if an individual passes a school and then finally college, even doesn't pass college, reaches into college, the first thing possibly the child is expected to have is a laptop or a device, a technological device. And throughout the schooling, the child has possibly not even used the device enough in the classrooms. So it's very, very important for children to be well equipped with the usage of technology and in the real sense, in terms of being digitally literate and how and what is the appropriate manner to use it. As far as we are concerned, we use technology to a great extent for teaching in the classroom, for assessment, and for the teaching learning process to a great extent. So our grade 6 to 8 students have tablets, but we depend to a great extent on Microsoft tools. So we do a lot of activities with the help of technology. For example, there are a lot of tools like open source tools, for example, GeoGebra, Edpuzzle, quizzes. All these are extremely beneficial for children to be engaged into classroom activities on a regular basis. We have group seating, and as very rightly Mr. Harshpal Singh was talking about developing skills among students, the 21st century skills, which NEP 2020 is also talking about. Our children, there is a big divide between what we are producing from schools and colleges and what the industry requires. And we as schools have to take up the responsibility to bridge that gap. Possibly that can be worked out by means of technology and getting children to sit in groups and doing as many activities as possible in a group seating with the use of technology. So there are a lot of apprehensions people have, but once you start using it, a lot of these skills, the problem solving skills, the communication skills, the presentation skills, the technological skills, the critical thinking skills, all these skills, and most importantly, interpersonal skills get developed in the process when we use technology to a great extent in our classrooms. Definitely, technology helps to become a smart worker, but it definitely also improves the quality of learning amongst children, which is, I think, the ultimate goal of any educational institution.
And it's absolutely right, ma'am. So in precise, we can say that technology, develops different skills of the students along with the education and studies also. Right. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Rakesh sir now. Rakesh sir, we would like to know that what kind of technology need to be integrated, but particularly to make learning process effective for students, according to you.
I have very receptively listened to my able speakers and their opinion. Mr. Harshpal Khurana is also very much right. As earlier in my introduction also I spoke of what is the purpose of education. The purpose of education from time immemorial has been to prepare the students for the future requirements of their employment, future requirements of their social mingleness, and future requirement of their responsiveness to society, to the country. So that this onus of preparing children for the futuristic knowledge, for the futuristic perspective, is on schools and then on colleges. So we cannot expect a society, a schooling which is not interwoven with the tools of technology. NEP 2020 is also talking about inclusive education, interactive learning program. So an education which revolves around a teacher cannot be so much sporadic, cannot be so multidimensional that a single teacher can fulfill the requirements of the students of different learning abilities, isn't it? So assistance of technology is very much necessary. So here, if we talk about what kind of technology we require digital technology in the form of computers, interactive boards in the classroom, tablet technology, or the LMS learning management system, and the social media system as well, and VR, virtual reality, augmented reality. These are the different tools of technology which are essentially required to augment the pace of teaching learning activity in the classroom. It will definitely help the teacher to make the learning program as student-centered, shifting from the teacher-centered pathway to student-centered pathway, so that the student, they can also develop their interest in the teaching learning process. Definitely, some of the students, they are hesitant as well. So if they are given the opportunity of making their own appraisal, right, learning at their own pace, so definitely the help of technology will definitely cooperate them, help them to learn at their own pace. They can learn and at their own time. Moreover, you rightly spoke of hybrid learning program. The technology has opened the pandemic has opened the way of hybrid learning program as well. So students, they are given the opportunity to bring their doubts to the school, to get their clarification, and to prepare their pendencies of the work at their home with their own capacity, with their own liberty of time. So these are the different benefits of technology to synthesize it with classroom program.
That's wonderful, sir. Thank you so much. So many things. Inclusive education is being guided up in NEP, and teachers cannot fulfill the requirements of each and every student because every student is unique and have different potentials. Technology is the only tool which can cater to the needs of the students of different levels. Very rightly,
Yes.
sir. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. I'll come up to Harshpal, sir. Harshpal, sir, as Rakesh, sir, was saying, first of all, it was that inclusive education is needed, wherein every teacher cannot cater the needs of the student, each student according to their mental level. So how does technology helps into this?
So there are very proven models where each student is given a content according to their abilities to absorb or to learn. So one of the most commonly used was during pandemic was using a video conferencing tool and teaching them either face to face or asking them to shut down the screens and teaching them. So one of that was that, but we have all seen that somewhere down the line in India, it's not that successful because many students used to, either switch off their cameras and go about doing anything. So, but there are more other effective ways. So one of the ways is the flipped classroom models, which have been very successful throughout the world, I would say that. And schools which have adopted flipped classroom models have definitely seen academic performance increase by 40%. So, a flipped classroom, for those who don't know the term, is a term where your class work is sent at home in the form of multimedia, video, image, or any other PowerPoint presentation, and you will be asking students to go through that. And the best way of implementation, like few of our customers already implemented, is that the teachers ask that whatever your doubts are, what are your there you should write down on a register or a pen, using a pen, and when they come into the classroom, then they ask those doubts to the teacher, and they do experiments and assignments within the classroom. So basically you're doing your homework in a classroom and you're doing your classwork at home. You don't need any supervision at home to do your class work because you're just going through a video or you're going through a PowerPoint presentation, that's all. So that is one way which is very successful. The other way is more like a system-based learning, which is also known as the adaptive learning, in sense that there are certain systems designed which are sending content to the students as per the feedback given to the system by the teacher, as well as the after identifying their behavior. Um, of the student learning patterns and everything, so they are sending the content accordingly. They are like your then in that particular case what happens is that all 20 students are at different stages of their syllabus, so the monitoring is majorly done by the system, which is more like an adaptive learning system. Another one is the peer-to-peer learning. So the students are being formed in the group of four rather than alone or two, and they are no longer facing towards the blackboard. They are facing each other. They are given the projects, and even in certain schools, I have seen the sitting. The group is designed in such a manner that there are two average students, one intelligent one, and they're learning from one another. And the interference, obviously the teacher's interference is required, but that is to the minimal, in sense that the teacher is just overlooking as to what they are doing and helping them out. Rest, they're learning from one another. Obviously the teacher
Right.
here is more like a facilitator, guide, you can say that. So these have been a very effective methods of using technology within
Right.
the classroom, and they are using, apart from that, there has been innovation in teaching also. One of them was like ma'am said, that there is augmented reality. You can take student to anywhere in the world and make them experience maybe space underwater, any monument you want to take them, you can take them there. Other what you call the technologies that have been used are the gamification of the content. So the gamification of the content is where you are using crossword puzzles, or you're using match the following, or you're using drag and drops to make student learn the content. This is something which was being used by the what you call corporate sector even way back into 1999, to update and upskill their workforce. Many big Fortune 500 companies at that point of time, they used to use that, but now it is being also being used among students. So there are
Right.
many ways of implementing technology in within the classroom or even outside the classroom, and keeping a tab on what the students are doing. Because now the systems are giving, like for example, we have a system like if you're sending a video, it will tell you how much video has been seen, till what minute has been seen. Or even if you're sending a PowerPoint presentation, or how much of the time is spent on one slide by which student, so that you can map out, okay, as to how much is their absorption power, how is the student's behavior of learning. So that is how the entire thing is working accordingly. So this is there, the
Right.
educational technology has come quite far than it was before.
So this is what you want to say, or you want to add up? My question is that, like, School of Kanchan ma'am has been recognized as an edtech school, or whatever name you take. So how does this TAP school, matches with that type of thing? That if I suppose my school is there and I want to become an edtech school, so how does TAP school, fits into this? In which way it fits into this?
So Tab School fits into, we obviously provide you all sorts of softwares, which I just mentioned, where you can, one is the software. So when we talk about educational technology, the 50% is a software where they are enabling the teachers to use the technology to deliver effective classes and engaging students into learning process. The second part comes the way the teacher has to play, where the teacher is using various innovation methods, which I've just stated out, to teach in the classroom or engage the student in the learning process. Now, when we use technology, not using technology is a little is seen like, oh, you have given another device in a school, maybe by the parents, certain parents. I would say that then what we do is we have to first, because you are using a software, you can't use fully software on your smartphone, sorry, smart board. But then the tablets or any computing device becomes your delivery mechanism. Then the content, your what you call the tools which teachers use right in front of your desk, the teachers can learn. The tablets is there, the software is there, the content is there, the worksheets, interactive worksheets, the gamified worksheets are there, which makes the school totally edtech. And the implementation of the edtech really is in the hands of the teachers. So the training is required. So we also provide the training and support to the teachers at the end of the day, because if any school is investing such a huge amount of money in technology, they want that this should be successfully implemented. So that's what we do. We also provide periodically, we provide the trainings to the teachers. Obviously, onboarding is required at the start of the project, and over the period of every 3 months we do the training with the teachers, so that they remain updated not just in technology but also in their academic, whatever the circulars that are generally provided by the CBSE or any state board, as to how to proceed and how to make sure that students are up to date.
Right. That's wonderful, sir, because without technology, they'll won't be, we won't be able, or students won't be able to exist in the future. And teachers need training because they are still teaching in the way they were taught 20, 30 years back. So this has to be done before coming to the student. The teachers have to be trained. And technology is much needed. Like Kanchan ma'am has started the step that the students are studying from tablet. It is for sure within 5 to 7 years, there will be no physical books. And these electronic tools, e-tools will be used for education. And of course, the teacher will not be a teacher. The teacher will be a facilitator 100% in all the schools. And this happened with technology also when the pandemic came. In interiors, even the schools, they started using technology, because without this, and I'll give an example also. 2 3 months back, I went to DU, one of the college. They had called me, Motilal Nehru College, to give a session for the students of the college. So one of the students, during the questioning and answering round, he asked me, sir, that I got 99 point something percentile in my competitive exam, and colleges of India were open for me, but I wanted to go to Germany. But when I asked for the admission in Germany, my admission was being refused. Why? Because I did not have the knowledge of AI. Because AI means computer science, it's being taught in grade 11th and 12th. As of now, it has started in many schools. Now it has started from grade 1. So when we are teaching the students, we are teaching for present. The teachers who were being taught 20, 30 years back, they're saying in the same way they are delivering to the students. We have to, train the students, teach the students for the future which is far ahead. After 10 years, they'll be coming into the industry. So that is very important. And Kanchan ma'am also has started this step for the students. When Rotary, it's a very big thing and a very good thing she has done. And hopefully, within 5 to 7 years, no school will be left behind with this. Because without that, because we say that around 75 to 60% of the, maybe 100% of the this jobs will be based on AI. If you don't have knowledge of AI directly or indirectly, you will not be able to exist in the education field even, or in the that corporate world also. Thank you so much, Harpal sir. We'll come up to the next round now. I'll come to Sapna ma'am now. Sapna ma'am, what improvement do you see in students academically when you are teaching with multimedia mediums?
See, if we use different type, these multimedia mediums, what we have seen that students, they are able to uh, monitor their own progress. Because when we are having the regular assessments through with the help of these multimedia tools and the different applications or whatever software we are using, they are able to get the results very soon because they are doing it automatically. There is not the manual work. Teachers used to take at least a week to check all the assessments and then to provide the marks. Now, simultaneously, as they appear for the exam, they get the results. Even the scorecards are such where they can find out what was the mistake they are doing and they can rectify in the future. So such type of assessment has made the students easy to rectify their errors and work upon in future. So assessment procedure is both beneficial for the teachers and the students here. And the thing is like creative platform for them, like the learning, which was the traditional way of learning, that was quite challenging for them. But now they have a number of opportunities and different from different areas they can club up the data for which like these days if we are preparing anything first hand data are definitely available. So the surveys and these are very critical things which are very easy now. Like if they have to go for any online survey, they can do it very easily. They can get the response of that. So data representation by the students as well as by the teachers has increased with the help of technology. If we talk about lesson planning, like if we have given any activity to the student, what they do, they come up with the procedure that this is done by us. Even they can give it with a proof of fact, like if they have done anything like the presentation or they have given any poetry is there, they're doing it at home, they're practicing it. So even they can share it with the teachers and they can get the guidance simultaneously, because the communication errors previously they used to, they can talk to their teacher only in the school time when they are free. But now with the help of a technology, they are all interrelated with each other. They can just share their things, whatever problems they are facing. And I think I need to share one experience with you. There was a debate, inter-house debate competition was to be organized. Inter-school competition was there, and school was off for 4 days because the school was on the field trips to the different states we went. So what happened? My teacher, what she did, she has done everything online. The whole debate was prepared online. The students, they were practicing, they were making their own videos to find out where we are lagging behind. And within a span of 4 to 5 days, and we are able to hold the first rank in the district competition of school just because of that technology. Because that teacher, she was aware of, even the students, they were cooperating with her to work even when the school hours were not there. Even school was not working at that time. And the
Mr.
second
Abid,
thing,
yeah, please carry on.
like Google Docs, they also help the students. They can get the compilation, their project works. So now it is quite easy. Previously, we are just putting 2 hours, 3 hours in just typing the matter and then doing it. These days, students, they just narrate the things and everything is in a written format. They have done some rough notes are there. Just they will put a screen over it and it will be in a Word document they will find. So it is the thing which is helping out the students as well as teachers. Whatever work is productive work, energy is being utilized on the productive work instead of using those bundle of things together.
Right. It is that now the school is not limited to 6 hours. It is 24 into 7 now. The
Yes,
student
that
at their come. Yes, ma'am.
is what we all need this. Sometimes it's a hurdle also where every time the child is having the curiosity in the mind, they will never take rest because of this technology also. But this is required. This is the time of a competition and we need to work upon it.
Even if a child asks the question to a teacher once, twice, or thrice, the teacher may get irritated. But the AI-based tools, the technology will not get it irritated. Even you ask them for 100 times, even yeah.
The sir was talking about this flip and all. N number of things are there which are computerized. Once the questions are similar, what they do, they put the input of N number of questions, whatever are there related to that concept. Only few questions are such which are asked by the very brilliant students. And definitely what
Right.
they do, they need, and those questions, it is very difficult to get the answers from even from the AI because it was not programmed in that way. So that is the reason why we teachers are required. Where AI is not able to work, there the teachers.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right, ma'am, because it can always, I mean, these things can always be a tool. Nobody
Yes.
can replace a teacher.
As
Even
Madam
the
said, even Rakesh
even
sir
the
has
phys
quoted
yeah,
this
ma'am.
line that it is assistance to the teacher. Definitely, it's a well assistance to the teachers and for the students.
This is what I'm saying, ma'am. If
Even
even
the
the
AI is being made, and everything is whatever the content material we are providing to that can only be answered.
right. So that is why we are saying that even if the ebooks will come, but still the teachers will remain, because these will always remain a tool. The
That is
teacher role
that.
will never go away.
One child is there, he's taking 10 books along with that, and they have to search out where is the topic to find out. But in technology, we are just putting up the thing that this topic, we need the information about that, and we are getting the what is required instead of moving here and there. So
Right.
we can save time, we can minimize our efforts. In less time, we are getting a number of things. So that is what we are getting from the technology. Even we people are together today here. If this technology is not here, then who is going to take out time of 1.5 hour to arrange it? It will require at least 2 days, one to travel and one to meet together, and then all the expenses. So this is
Absolutely
what we
right.
are here because of technology. We are here. Otherwise, it was quite difficult.
Absolutely right, ma'am. And thanks to technology, my big thanks to technology, I'm able to meet people and able to know them. Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Kanchan, ma'am. Kanchan, ma'am, so you are already using the technology on a very good scale and at, I think, 100% scale. So the same question goes to you. What improvement do you see? Because you have seen this before also without technology, and now you see it with technology. So what type of difference do you see now?
So there are a lot of benefits of technology. Definitely, technology can never replace teachers. The humane touch that the teachers offer can never be offered by technology, what come may. So I would say that there are a couple of benefits that I have personally observed. One is, I think it is a great tool to help in developing problem solving skills among students. It really helps in increasing the children's ability to be able to sort out issues and problems and come up, because they are able to do a lot of research, so they are able to come up with a lot of solutions to great things. Besides that, there is deeper understanding. We are talking about competency based education. We're moving away from rote memorization and focusing more on deeper understanding. I think technology plays a very, very important role in the same. Also, children in today's world, they are natives to technology. We are possibly aliens to technology because we were not born with technology. So they get immediate feedback for anything and everything that they do using technology. We talked about gamification in the recent last few minutes. Gamification is a very, very good tool to develop positive emotions among students. They get immediate feedback and they are able to act on that feedback to a great extent. So that really, really helps the children and motivates them and inspires them to do better. They are able to assess their knowledge because immediately, as soon as they have performed a particular task, they are getting a feedback. So these kind of things are enabling the children to perform better in not only in their academics, but also helping them to develop their various kinds of skills that are extremely essential in the 21st century. And definitely not only children, but also teachers to a great extent are developing these skills. And it is definitely enjoyable for them as well. So I think it's a win-win situation. There are definitely some drawbacks, like we have faced a lot of issues as far as security is concerned. But without challenges, there is no fun in carrying out anything on earth. So there are challenges, but there is there was a point of time when our parents said that we do not want to go ahead with the tablets at school. We had to conduct meetings, explain it to parents, talk to them, convince them, and show them what are the benefits. And they finally agreed and realized. Now we have the SAFL exam. SAFL exam is completely digitalized. There is a possibility that in the near future, all exams, the JEE exams are digitalized. So many exams are now digitalized. I think all of us are so much dependent on technology. So technology is the way forward, and it has definitely immense benefits.
Wonderful, ma'am. Without technology, nothing will survive in today and future also.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, ma'am. We'll come up to Rakesh, sir. Rakesh, sir, we have, being a principal and into education for so many years, we have seen both the era when we had studied without any technology. And of course, there was so good education at our time also. And now it is with technology. So according to you, which concept is better? Manual teaching or teaching through technology?
See, Mr. Chandok, both the methods, the earlier method where the entire world of education was revolving around the teacher and the student, that had its own benefits. Apart from the augmentation of intelligence quotient, the EQ and SQ, they were also increasing at their own pace. But now the technology has come in between. Those times we had the stereotype mannequins, dummy students in the class. There were no liberty given to them to raise the questions. All right. They were simply allowed to nod their heads. Now we are living in the age of logical reasoning. The students, he has complete liberty to inquire about even the facts delivered in the classroom by the teacher. And with the help of Google search engine, with the help of Chromebook, He can find out the veracity of the facts delivered in the classroom. So this liberty has been provided to the students. Moreover, the lectures which were missed by the students owing to different inclement regions, the student, they were deprived of receiving them back. Now the student, he can explore out and he can compensate the loss of study at his own pace in his own time of choice. So this is all about the benefits of technology, merits of technology. Moreover, as rightly it has been said by Kanchan madam and Sapna madam too, there are assessment tools, isn't it, which are given, which are provided by the way of technology. The students, they are able to check their own knowledge, right, at their own pace of evaluation, and they can speed up themselves. They can increase their performance. So these are the benefits. However, before we impose technology upon a student, our school is also far advanced in technology, but at the same time, a kind of wholesome sensitivity and awakening is very necessary. Because education is not a bipolar process, it is a tripolar process, where the involvement of parent is also very necessary. So a sort of regulation, a sort of monitoring is very much important. Children, they don't know how to use, when to use, and what to use, search out. So in order to regulate the uses of technology in the optimum manner, a kind of monitoring is very necessary, which is obviously done by teachers in the premises of a school, and at home too. Their parent, they also require to understand the significance of uses of technology, and at the same time, they should not feel technology as a taboo in the homely premises, in the homely ambience. Rather, they should sensitize children, they should educate the children about the adequate usage of technology. This is how we can envision the society of the futuristic India. And moreover, we can enable our children also to harness their potential to the fullest when they go into higher education or when they prepare themselves for the employments of the future.
That's wonderful, sir. Thank you so much, sir. You are absolutely right. The cooperation of the parents needed. They have to be counseled that this is the future. And without this, the children will not get it for the future. And of course, challenges are everywhere. During manual teaching, there were different challenges. Students were not able to, if they were not able to understand inside the class, they did not have any option. And in the classes also, they were not allowed to ask again. The fear of teacher was such. Math teacher going and solving 3, 4 questions on the board. Okay, exercise is done. And
Obviously.
within two, yeah. And whatever rest subjects, so if social studies, history, okay, students are sleeping inside the class. So not, so everything's not sleeping or not understanding, that makes the study far away from the students. The interest goes away. Because whenever the parents are coming to us and they are saying, my child is below average. So we do ask them always, is he average in mobile? No, no, he's very good at mobile. But that means he does not has interest. If he is average or below average, he should be in all the things. So that is the interest has to be created. And this technology has helped a lot, that it has created, because world has become a small place. We used to search out meanings in dictionary. The students do not know what is dictionary. They go to Google Baba and they search out in a fraction of seconds. While we are finding a dictionary, they find out what is the
Certainly,
meaning of.
certainly. Our own
And the
school,
world has become small place.
see,
And world has become
yeah,
so
right.
small place in this device of whatever size it is, that anything you can find it from over here.
So I would like to cite you an example. Our own school, it has a radio podcast station. So in order to enhance the public speaking skills of the students, now the students, those who were earlier hesitant in different kind of speaking skills, now they themselves of their own choice coming forward. They are recording their own voice, finding out their errors, finding out, understanding the importance of intonation, accent, and they are improvising themselves at any level. Now they are coming up as the beautiful speakers on the stage, right? And in preparing the models of science also, we have ATL, Atal Tinkering Lab also, where the student, they are learning the coding skills, robotics at an early stage. We are educating children these coding skills right from class 3rd. And the student, by the time they come to class 6 and 7, they are preparing robots of their own ability. So this is how technology is helping the children to a great extent. But again, a monitoring is very necessary. It can never be a replacement of teachers, because teachers are the mentor, those who are replenishing the requirement of ethos in them, those who are, inculcating emotional quotient and spiritual quotient in children, helping them in societal skills, developing empathy and other kindness, humanity among them, so, which are
Thank you.
also very much essential.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And so many things you're doing up in your school. Wonderful. I'll rather talk to you afterwards also, but what else are you are doing in your school? Thank you so much, sir. We'll come up to Harshpal, sir. Harshpal, sir, one more question was coming in mind while the discussion was going on, because when we are talking about anything, we are talking about the school span India. Because I had also faced or seen this during the pandemic time. There were many schools in outer skirts and remote areas where there's a problem of this connectivity also. You don't have connectivity. So what type of systems you are adding up, as well as when you are providing? Ali told us that you are providing tablets also along with the system and all, where the children will not be able to access to whatever is not needed. So please tell us about that also.
So when it comes to security and technology, so see, everything is for both goes both the ways. I think we can use it for constructive manner as well as for a destructive manner. And as a human nature, the first thing that we do is mainly use that thing for a destructive manner than for a constructive manner. So, with the technology or implementing technology or integrating technology in education or classrooms, security systems are there, and we also provide certain security systems. So, one of the security systems when anybody is using a tablet is MDM, that is Mobile Device Management System, or also known in common terms, parental control systems. So you can limit the access of applications, you can limit the access of websites also. So these are one of the security systems, and we as particularly have designed the child safe browser also, which is a part of our tablet. So the students only search the things that are safe, that are allowed. So these are the two security systems that we adopt to monitor the students, not just because these notifications are sent to the teachers panel as well as to the parents as to what they're accessing. So this is what we have designed. The other thing that we have, as far as the question is concerned, is that what about the internet problem? Because despite internet has penetrated into many Indian cities, but there is problem with internet in certain areas. So we have tied up with a company which is building which is building an IoT devices, which gives out or spreads out the internet within the campus. So what happens is that basically we install all our softwares in that particular device, and your the tablets or smart boards can be connected to that device, which is within the campus, and you can access all the softwares that are installed inside that device. And you don't need an internet; everything is being accessed through that IoT device. So this device, is a another security as well as a useful feature for somebody who is facing an international internet issues within their region. So this is also known as peer-to-peer internet, or in layman terms, we used to use intranet as well. So this is the three things that we also provide. Not only that, there are certain schools who do not let their students take home the tablets. They implement tablets only within the school. So we also provide charging racks also, so that it becomes more school centric rather than misusing the tablet. So these are the few measures that we have created over the period of time to help the school implement technology hardware more successfully in schools.
Right. And my last question to you, sir, is that some schools, they feel that technology is very expensive. So there's a fear among the principals and the management that it is going to be very expensive for the schools. So what is your take on that? We don't want that you should quote some rates or something like that, but still there's a confusion amongst the many schools, because good schools or big schools or A category schools, they are using it, but about the B and C category schools, what if we say that they are still into this dilemma that it might be very expensive, because earlier when the new things come over, they are very expensive. But as of now, so many things have come into being. So, how does a school with a low fees school can carry up with all these things? Because they also want all this facility for the students.
So, sir, basically, when it comes to software, I think software over the period of time has become inexpensive. When it comes to ERP or bus tracking softwares have become inexpensive due to large adoption of ERP systems in school. As far as the hardware is concerned, or as far as I don't think so software is going to be a much of a problem because they are generally inexpensive commodity now. But when it comes to hardware, it really depends upon what kind of hardware the school wants to adopt, because there are many options. So if there is a school who's has a budget of maybe adopting an iPad in a school, they can go ahead with it. But generally, we also, like in Tab School, we also have our own hardware when it comes to tablets. So it just helps a bit when we are giving our own tablets to us, that okay, if there is a problem in a school, then we also have this support system where a person goes on site and fix the tablet. So this is one of the things that we control our technology. So controlling our technology, we don't have to depend on the third party vendors, and whether they are giving the service properly to the schools or not, because I totally get that schools need service and they need service fast and efficient. So yes, if we have the control of our own service and support, then it makes a lot easier for us also.
That's wonderful, sir. Green technology. You just forget to unmute yourself. That's wonderful, sir. A lot of things you have told us about technology and awareness you have created. Of course, Kanchan ma'am also had given us awareness about that. Thank you so much for joining at the show. Ashwal sir, thank you so much, Kanchan ma'am. I think ma'am and sir has lost the connectivity. Oh, I hope you had a good time today and a good session today. Hope to see another session, another season soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It was a pleasure
Thank
being
you.
here. Thank you. Bye.